Good morning, Panthers. Today is September 9th, 2021. Today's mindset of the month is passion first. Nothing great in the world has ever been accomplished without passion. Please stand for the pledge.
A pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's lunch choices are Asian chicken bowl, beef teriyaki, steamed broccoli with crunchy carrots, and a variety of fruit choices. Have a possum day!
Count down to your next favorite read, where you're sure to discover some out-of-this-world new books on your Follett Book Fair. 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Hi, this is Brady with Follett Book Fair News. We have some breaking news. Let's go to Claire Fansett for a live update.
Thanks, Brady. Details are still coming in on this story, but there appears to be a robbery taking place in a New York City apartment building. Apparently, 5 pets were concerned they would be sent to the pounds after their owner was mysteriously injured and sent to the hospital. It appears they have planned a robbery so they can support themselves in case their owner can no longer take care of them. This ragtag group of pets will do whatever it takes to avoid being sent to the pound. If you see them, please contact our local New York City Police Department. Be on the lookout for Oscar the Bird. He appears to be the brains of the operation. Walt the cat is sly and sneaky. Marco and Polo are part of the surveillance team. And Butterbean, well, no one ever suspects the cute little wiener dog. Oh, and if you're wondering how this story ends, you'll have to read The Great Pet Heist. Back to you, Brady.
Thanks, Claire. We will be back shortly, but now let's hear about the Who HQ series.
I'm author Sheila Keenan. As you can see, I am not in ancient Egypt, but that's what I turned to find the answer to this question: what is the story of the mummy? And guess what? Mummies are real. These preserved dead bodies have been found on every continent in the world. Some mummies even have skin and hair, and we're talking corpses that are thousands of years old. So if you like spooky stories, creepy creatures, and monster movies, check out What is the Story of the Mummy at your Follett Book Fair.
Hi, I'm Ellen Lebrecq, and I'm the author of Who Was Kobe Bryant? It was published in the fall of 2020 by Penguin Workshop, and is one of the books in the awesome Who Was series. Kobe came into the NBA when he was just 18 years old. He had to learn how to become a winner, a leader, and a great teammate, all on his own terms. It wasn't always easy. It's a roller coaster of a read as I explore Kobe's legendary hoops career and his lifetime legacy.
Hi, I'm Gina Shaw, the author of the book, What is Nintendo? You may see it at the Follett Book Fair. When I started to do my research for this book, I thought I knew so much about this company. After all, who hasn't heard of Mario and Luigi, Donkey Kong, Link and Zelda, Pokemon, the Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, the Wii, or the Nintendo Switch? Well, I was so surprised to learn that the Nintendo company actually started in the year 1889 as a Japanese playing card company known for its Hanafuda cards. I hope you will look for my book and read about the long history of Nintendo. I promise you will be very surprised to learn all about this amazing company and all of the twists and turns it took to become one of the most successful gaming companies in the world. I hope you enjoy my book. Thanks!
I'm Stephen Shaskin, creator of Pizza and Taco graphic chapter book series. This is the first book in the series, but I'm here to talk about the third book, Pizza and Taco Super Awesome Comic. In this book, Pizza and Taco decide to make a comic book, or graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, together. Now, but what should it be about? Superheroes? Wizards? Martial arts? Outer space? Like most friends, Pizza and Taco don't agree on everything. And like many artists who work collaboratively, they might have artistic differences. You'll have to find out how they solve their differences and see their super awesome comic they create in Pizza and Taco Super Awesome Comic.
The wind took my family away when I was small. I don't remember them or where I came from. The way I figure it, the wind owes me big. At least the wind left me where I could have a home. With Roger at the Lexington Zoo. And with me, Lex. And with my best friend, Fisher. The elephant barn at the zoo is home to an African elephant named Naya. And she took care of me the night I lost my family. Not everything elephants communicate is something you can hear. I think Naya is showing me her memories, Fisher. She talks to me in images.
You went to the woods all by yourself?
Miss Amanda needs our help. And I think Naya knows her. There's something she needs us to find. Naya misses her family the same way I miss mine. I have to do something to help her.
Lex, the tornado is here!
Roger!
Hold on!
It's possible to miss people you can't remember.
Hi, I'm Celesta Remington, author of The Elephant's Girl. I'm so excited for you to read my book about adventure, friendship, treasure, tornadoes, and elephants. You can pick up a copy at your local Follett Book Fair.
Hello, I'm Dave Matthews.
And I'm Clete Barrett-Smith.
And this is our book, If We Were Giants. I was in New Orleans working on some music, and the trees are unbelievable. And so I would take these long walks, and I did always fantasize that I'd come across a secret civilization and dreamt about it. And I just started thinking about this story, about this home in the woods and what kind of people might live there and how people care for the wilderness and how they care for their environment. And the character started growing out of this idea of being in balance. It went on for years, and I just tell my kids the stories, and then they'd ask me, what else?
When I first talked to you about the idea, just felt like I was 10 years old again. I just spent a ton of time in the woods, and I would always look up at the trees, and I just thought, what if there are people up there watching me and living up there? And I would spend hours thinking about what would their houses look like, and how would they get food, and why are they hiding up there? You had such a good reason for them to have created the society in the first place. That's what got my imagination going.
When I read it, I recognize it and I know the story, but it's also got so many more limbs. It's got so much more height and depth. This man can spin a yarn. I still don't know if I could manage something like this on my lonesome. That's for sure.
Well, you don't want to hear any of my songs, so we're even.
Deal. So I hope you enjoy our book, If We Were Giants.
Thank you. Happy reading.
The City Spies. 5 kids from around the globe. A hacker, a magician, a code breaker, a rebel, and a genius. Operating out of a secret location in the north of Scotland. They are the biggest secret in British secret intelligence. And now, as young people from around the world head to Paris, it's up to the 5 of them to stop a dangerous villain and save the day. City Spies, a brand new series from award-winning author James Ponti.
Hello, students. My name is Jewel Parker Rhodes, and I want to give a big shout out to the Follett Book Fairs. I also want to tell you about Black Brother, my newest book about 2 biracial kids, 2 brothers whose father is white and their mother is black, and yet they are treated differently because of their skin tone. Dante, Black Brother, is treated as a stereotype. He doesn't have equality or social justice in his school. In fact, he's blamed for everything. Whereas his brother, Trey, because of his white skin, is seen by his classmates as a great guy, and everybody wants to be his friend. Well, Dante and Trey, they're both great, wonderful young men. But Dante, when he's bullied by Alan, the captain of the fencing team, he decides he's going to learn how to fence and get his revenge against Alan. But by the end of the novel, Dante learns how good he is at fencing. And also Dante decides he doesn't need revenge. Rather, he knows who he is and he loves himself. So Dante's message to all of you is to be you, even if others can't see you. From Jewel Parker Rhodes, and I see and write for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rob Harrell, and I'm the author and illustrator of a bunch of books for all ages, graphic novels, that sort of thing. But my latest is a middle grade novel called Wink, and you can find it at Follett Book Fairs, which I'm incredibly excited about. So I hope you'll look for it. Wink is the story of Ross Malloy, who's a kid going into 7th grade, and he kind of likes flying under the radar, and then unfortunately he gets diagnosed with a rare form of eye cancer. And suddenly he has to wear this crazy looking hat, and he has eye goop, and his eye gets squinty, and he kind of stands out, and people start thinking of him as the sick kid in school. That all sounds really heavy, but it's actually a really funny book. It's got, you see everything through Ross's point of view, so you get to see how he survives this sort of awful situation. And he has some interesting ways of doing that. He starts learning guitar. He has a friend who gets him into some new kinds of music. And he has a character called Bat Pig that he draws, so you get to see those comics as well. I think you're really going to like this one, so look for it at Follett Book Fairs. And thank you.
Hi, my name is Danielle Svetkov, and I am the author of Parked, which just came out in paperback from Dial Books for Young Readers, and you may pass it at the Follett Book Fair. I hope you do, and I hope you ask yourselves, why are these 2 kids sitting on the hood of a van, and how did they become friends? And when kids ask me this question, I say, imagine that moment when you're looking out your front window of your house and you see a new family moving in across the street, and you get really excited because you think, maybe one of those kids in that family will be my new best friend. And that is exactly what Cal thinks when he looks out his window. And the girl moving in across the street, Jean Ann, is moving into a van. And the book asks the question, does it make a difference? And these 2 kids answer that question. Thanks.
Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. I'm the author of Fighting Words. This beautiful guy is T, -3. We just call him T. And we're here to tell you, look for Fighting Words in the Follett Book Fair. Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Craig Robinson, co-author of the Jake the Fake book series. This is the 3rd book in the installment, Jake the Fake Keeps His Cool. I'm so excited for you to read it. You can pick up a copy at your local Follett Book Fair. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Sullivan, and I'm the author-illustrator of Unsolved Case Files: Escape at 10,000 Feet. This book tells the true story of a mysterious man who purchased a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington on November 24th, 1971. Once on board the plane, the man handed the stewardess a note that read, "Miss, I have a bomb here and I would like you to sit by me." He then proceeded to open up his briefcase, revealing what appeared to be 8 sticks of dynamite. Next, the man presented his demands: 200 grand and 4 parachutes. If his demands were not met, he'd detonate the explosive device in his briefcase. And so begins the astonishing true story of the man they called D.B. Cooper, and the only unsolved case of airplane hijacking in United States history. What happens next? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. So pick up Unsolved Case Files: Escape at 10,000 Feet at your school's Follett Book Fair.
Hi there. My name is John David Anderson, and I am the author of a bunch of novels for awesome young readers, including Miss Bixby's Last Day, Sidekicked, Posted, Granted, and my latest endeavor, One Last Shot. Have you ever wished there was one thing that you were really good at? Ever been pressured to make your parents proud of you? Have you ever wondered what it was like to have to drink a blue slushie with your hands duct taped to a golf club? If the answer to any of these questions is even a maybe, then One Last Shot might be your next great read. It tells the story of Malcolm, who discovers a passion and talent for miniature golf. But then his former athlete father takes things to the extreme, hiring a coach, signing Malcolm up for tournaments, generally sucking all the fun out of things. To make matters worse, Malcolm feels like he's responsible for making his parents happy, especially given how much they've been fighting of late. Thankfully, he has 2 allies, in his sarcastic and bumbling mentor Frank, and his inquisitive and whip-smart new best friend Lex, who teach him about what matters most. It's a funny and thoughtful novel full of close calls, putter humor, and Pac-Man references. So if you get a chance, check out One Last Shot at your Follett Book Fair.
Hi, I'm Lisa Moore Ramey, author of Something to Say, a book about Janae, a girl who is a little bit odd. At least she thinks so, but she's okay with that. She has no problem being different. She just wants to be left alone. She figures there's no one really like her, no one who is certain that they can control things with their brain the way that she can. And then she meets Aubrey, a boy who is kind of different too, and he wants to be her friend. And they realize they have a lot in common. The one thing they don't share, though, is his love for being loud and exuberant and doing debates. He has partnered up with Janae, thinking that they will have a great time doing a school-wide debate about a proposed name change for their school. Janae wants nothing to do with that. In fact, it is the worst possible nightmare for her to have to stand up in front of people and give a speech, something she'll have to do for the debate. But here's the question. Is she really going to lose the first and only friend she's ever had just because she has so much fear about talking in public? Well, to find out the answer to that, you'll have to read the book. I hope you'll pick it up at your school's Follett Book Fair. I really enjoyed writing this book. I hope you enjoy reading it.
I'm Gordon Corman, author of Notorious, a classic old-school murder mystery about a dog. Now, this is not our murder victim, this Cocker Spaniel with the giant bone in his mouth, but if you see the shadow in the background, that is our victim, Barney, who was a 200-pound, part Rottweiler, part Mastiff, part 50 other things. He is one of those dogs who keeps everybody up till 2 in the morning howling at the moon and digs up everybody's lawn, and the internet and the TVs are always going out because he chewed through the cable wires. When Barney dies under mysterious circumstances, how are you ever going to figure out who did it? Because everybody in town has a motive for wanting Barney out of the way. And 2 kids make it their goal to solve the mystery of Barney's murder. How do they do it? Well, you'll have to read Notorious to find out. You can find it at your Follett Book Fair.
Thanks for staying tuned. We have an update on a story many of you have been following closely. There was a group of kids who wandered off the trail while hiking yesterday and became separated from their group. Search parties have been searching frantically for them. Let's go to Claire Fansett for a live update.
We are happy to say that all of the kids have been found. For 24 hours, these young kids were without food, water, shelter, or cell phone service. Brady, this was a terrifying experience for these kids. I wish they would have had been more prepared.
You're right, Claire. I wish they would have had a copy of the Kids Survival Guidebook. This book is full of essential tips and key survival tricks for staying alive in extreme situations. They would have learned navigation and basic first aid skills, how to find water and food, build a survival shelter, and start a fire.
Not just that, Brady. They would also know how to negotiate with wild bears and cook bugs for breakfast.
Okay. Thanks for the update, Claire. You can find the Kids Survival Guide on your Follett Book Fair. Stay tuned, though. We'll be back with more news.
Hi, my name is Lainey, and this is Ways to Make Sunshine. Ryan's name means king, that she is a leader and she is determined to keep growing into the name her parents gave her. She is all about trying to see the best in people, to be a good daughter, sister, and friend. But Ryan has a lot on her mind. For instance, Dad finding he has a new job, so money is still tight. That means moving into a new old house and Dad working the night shift. And with the 4th grade talent show coming up, Ryan wonders what talent she can perform on stage in front of everyone without freezing. Even more changes and challenges come her way. Ryan always finds a way forward and shows that she is a girl who knows how to glow. If you want to know more about Ryan's story, you can check it out.
Yo, it's your boy Dutz, and I'm here to tell you about our new book.
FGTV saves the world.
That's pretty cool, right? If you liked our first book, you are gonna love this. The whole FGTV family is back for a brand new adventure. Oh, thank you, Sean.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Brady Skander, and this is Follett Book Fair News. Now, we have a special segment for you. We are going live with Blake Sisney as he interviews some local students to quiz them on some fun facts.
Thank you, Brady. I'm Blake Sisney, and let's give a warm welcome to our special guest, Maria Manuela! Maria, this first question is for you. Giraffes sometimes use their tongues to clean what part of their body?
Is it their nose?
Incorrect. It is the ears. Manuela, this question is for you. The city of Portland has a funny story of how the city name was chosen. Was it A, a game of rock, paper, scissors, B, a coin toss, C, eeny, meeny, miny, moe?
Is it A game of rock, paper, scissors?
Ooh, sorry, Manuela, that is incorrect. It was a coin toss. The city had a 50-50 chance of becoming Boston. This is for you, Maria. Final question. A light, fluffy cumulus cloud weighs A, the same amount as 18 adult elephants, or B, the same amount as a class of kindergartners.
Is it A?
That is correct. An average fluffy cumulus cloud weighs 216,000 pounds, the weight of 18 elephants. Great job, you guys. If you want to learn more about some interesting facts, you can read the National Geographic Kids 2022 Almanac. Back to you, Brady.
Thank you, Blake. Back to you, Claire.
Back to you, Brady.
Okay. I guess that's all for today. I'm Brady Skander.
And I'm Claire Fansett.
And this has been Follett Book Fair News. All right, is that all? All right, thank you.
They really need to give us coffee.
All right. I need a raise.